Well, losing a pet can feel a lot like losing a family member. So Dr. Diane Pomerance, a certified grief recovery specialist and SPCA of Texas volunteer, established a formal pet grief counseling program at this SPCA of Texas to help people deal with the grief. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
This is such a great topic, and it's one that really speaks very near and dear to my heart. We lost our beloved Buster, sweet, precious puppy we had for 15 years, and my boys were absolutely in love with Buster. And I just didn't. There's a picture of him right here. You can see on the screen. When he was starting to get older, I tried to prepare the kids, but I had no idea how derailing the loss of the dog would be for our family. Is that normal?
It is completely normal. People have no idea how important these members of our family are, and that's what they've become these days. We have meals with them, we share holidays and events with them, we take them on vacations with us, and they become an integral part of our daily routines and our daily lives. So yes, we become attached to them, they become fond and attached to us.
They're a member of our family, that's exactly right.
Exactly.
And so what was it that motivated you? Tell me about your story that you decided to do.
Well, similar to Buster, I had a dog named Caesar that was a rescue. We found him as a stray in a park in Los Angeles, and he had everything wrong with him. I mean, he was at the vet for about 2 years, and he was terrified of people. And when he died at the age of 13 and a half of cancer, I was devastated beyond anything I could rationally understand. And that's what this is about. It's not intellectual, it's visceral, it's emotional.
It is emotional.
There are no words that can logically tell you, get over this. And actually, grief is the normal, natural, and healthy response to loss of any kind, and the grief that you're experiencing over the loss of a pet is the same kind of grief that you're experiencing over the loss of a human.
Well, you can tell even just looking at this precious little puppy's face that we have in front of us, who, by the way, is also a rescue dog. You can get so attached, you can get so emotionally involved in the loss of a pet. So these therapy sessions that you have in your organization, what does a typical session look like?
Well, actually, they're not therapy sessions per se. We're all volunteer counselors. We're not psychologists. We're not psychotherapists. But what we are people that have experienced that profound grief of losing a pet and been trained to help people cope with and recover from the loss of a pet.
So you are essentially offering support from a very personal standpoint. You're offering support who are going
and
to
not only that, we are all trained grief counselors, and that means that we've undergone grief recovery training, which helps people, not only supports them, but actually helps them cope with and recover from loss, so that they learn techniques that will help them through any kind of loss, whether it's divorce, separation, loss of a job, financial loss, health loss.
Lots of different losses.
Exactly.
But when it comes to the loss of a pet and it comes to kids, what are a few tips that parents can consider about helping their kids cope with that loss?
Be compassionate, be empathetic. Open those arms and have your child talk to you. Insist that the child express his or her feelings honestly and openly, and embrace those and say, yes, I love Buster too. Buster meant a great deal to me. Be honest with your children above all. Don't say, God took him, or he went to heaven, because then kids start worrying, or we put him to sleep.
Right.
That can cause kids nightmares.
Because sometimes those words don't necessarily translate. Well, you've also created a few books. I want to hold up some of these that you've done to help with cope and loss. You've done a great job dealing with such an important topic. And thank you for not ignoring it and to addressing it. I appreciate that very, very much. Of course,
you're welcome.
All right, and you can come out to the SPCA of Texas's Dealey Animal Care Center the first Saturday of the month at 1 p.m. Telephone counseling is also available by calling 214-461-5131. All calls are confidential and returned within 24 hours. What a great service. And of course, you can find all of this information at spca.org/pet grief counseling.